Alright, back to streaming. Let's share it. I've already sent it that way. Yeah, I don't know how much longer they're gonna keep us up. I'm not gonna spam it that way. Cause I don't know how long these ones are. Cause last one was like 4 hours, 5 hours at most. So I think it's gonna go with these two more matches. One, maybe three at most. 3 more match sets. I don't think we have too many more though. Cause I don't think they're gonna just put like 8 matches in like 7 hour. Make it a 7 hour stream. I think we're gonna have 1 more hour worth of stream going. I've still gotta go fix my thing because I got copyright claimed for a song that was in their stream. Yeah. And there should be a good old fashioned, soon be done thing. I'm trying to decide if I should just take a break, let that stream go. I don't know. I wouldn't mind taking a break because I'm tired. It's just something like I could keep going with this, go with the whole thing, which would be the right thing to do. Or I could just let it stream, not provide any input or anything. I already haven't been providing enough input. Oh, they got rid of Bobby. I think Singularity's got this. Oh, that thermite's gonna fuck him up. I don't mind these. I don't like these guys as much because they only talk about the maps, really. Ooh. That was a nice shot from Slayer. This is a good match. And to think this is the losers... No, wait, this isn't losers bracket. My apologies. I'm going to go make a sandwich. Ooh, shit. I'm gonna go make a sandwich. I'll be back. Alright, food's cooking. Looks like we're on to the next match. Team Singularity, like I said, would win. I think Singularity will take this one as well. Even though it's planted. Ooh, nice shot. I would defuse, my guy. Oh! It's too late. He can't defuse. Damn. Just stood back too long. If they would have pushed up a little bit sooner, they probably would have had that one. Because it takes 5 seconds to fuse on this game. So if he would have just been a couple seconds closer sooner, he would have gotten it. I'm going to go grab my food. Can I help you, Mr. Bell? Alright, how's Singularity? Ooh. Singularity, you're not doing too hot right now. You're not doing too hot right now, Singularity. Ooh, fuck. Sorry. Sorry, I had to check my phone's battery. Good job, Singularity. This is a good match. I like it so far. I mean, I like Singularity, and I believe that hopefully they'll win. But I don't know, man. Cold Esports got a pretty good hand. This looks nice. Come on, Singularity. Oh, that's fucked. Come on, Singularity. Oh. Planning it faster so they have less time. Smart. There's one. This is a really good match. And I'm still hoping Singularity wins, but currently they're behind 1. Oh no! Damn, don't think Singularity's winning this game mode. Oh! Tasty. Very delicious. 10 out of 10. Would eat again. Oh, god damn it. I forgot to do that again. Oh shit, not again.
The action here
I
at this event for you. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you very shortly in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Still just waiting for the next match to start. Yeah, we're just... Why am I in Spanish territory? I don't know. Alright. We're back now with the next part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty Mobile Western Europe Regional Playoffs. My name is Bryce, and we are currently right in the middle of a series as we go into map 3 between two excellent teams here in this event. There is still everything to play for because we are watching, of course, the winners round game, but also the losers round 1 game. The elimination game is going on at the same time. We will update you on the scores as soon as we have them. I'm, of course, joined again by Tan Untapes. Guys, how are you two so far?
Really good. I was just looking down. I was looking down on my Sony Xperia. I was figuring during the break, maybe I had time for a game. I did not, so... My noob account, I feel like most people who are watching the stream, they're probably... I can't show my stats. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's
I'm a decent Call of Duty player, but these guys that were watching, crazy.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, from your noob account to some professionals, let's talk about the game that is coming up, because I believe it is starting. King's Clan versus Team Singularity underway. Map number 3, it's the Domination. Take it away.
Domination?
Enemy taking.
Yeah, I think we gotta... I feel like we gotta keep an eye out on Miney, because I was checking out his kill to death ratio that we just saw on standoff, and he actually managed to get 12-5 And he also, a bird whispered to me that he actually has a YouTube channel where he plays COD Mobile on. So I think he's probably has a little bit of extra skill that he can whip out for this game.
I do wonder. I'm excited to see which way it goes, but honestly, Miney has been very, very good throughout every single game we've seen them in. But so far in this game, it is going to be King's Clan with B control and ultimately the lead. 23 and rising. The Singularity is 16. And of course, for every point you have, you get, for every location you have, A, B, and C, you get a point every 5 seconds.
Like I said, first round doesn't mean
are
as much.
Keeping
as
the hold that 2 cap, it's 12 points advantage per minute you get. So they will keep extending that lead if they keep a hold of it too.
Here I feel like it's going to be that brawl that we like to see on B. And now, early in the game, there's no operator skill, so this mostly utilities being used to try and cap it. And it looks like the B flag is going to go to Singularity's way, and that's pretty huge for them after a little bit of a deficit in the beginning of the round. I wonder if King's Clan is going to be able to pull an ace out their sleeve and maybe try and retake it.
Singularity, as I said, did get a hold of it, and good shots by Miney once again to keep King's Clan off it. Just staying alive as best he can. These teams are doing a really good job at finding those kills as well. Angel is the only one able to answer back for King's Clan. Singularity now trying to get a foothold on this game. Only an 8-point difference, and that will very, very quickly whittle down about 30 seconds worth of 2 cap. Will get you back into that. King's Clan now, though. Look at them, 3 members around B. You should be able to capture this. Very nicely done.
Too bad of a
they would have to do something incredible there, maybe like a well-placed nade or something like that, but not everyone is running it. That's what we've been talking about. There's a lot of trophy systems, there's also some trip mines, etc. Well, that's one way to go out, but Narcs gets the kill on him. And there's also some termites being used, I believe, here. That's also a good nade to do a little bit of zoning towards the enemies to try to keep them off a point.
King's Clan, still with the lead and still with the 2 cap. Singularity have been behind from the very start.
Look at Miney here.
Once again. Just running forward, can't find that on XC because of the shotgun, and the kill's starting to come through once again for Singularity, but they have struggled to get a hold of B throughout this first half, and they will be down by around 18 points, or bang on 18 points, I should say.
Still a close game, though. It can go either way, and as well, I'm not sure on Meltdown how big the spawns, like where you actually initially spawn, is going to affect your gameplay, but it did. Maybe possibly there's going to be a little bit of a comeback here for Singularity now they're spawning on the other side.
I mean, it shouldn't make a difference, really. I mean, both these two teams are very well matched, and it comes down to just headbutting each other at B. But let's have a look at the other game that is going on right now in the losers bracket. We do actually have Team Grizzly against French Infinity in the losers bracket. That's currently 1-1. But this one obviously tied up as well, but King's Clan looking to get a hold of B if they can, as soon as they can. You can see they are finding the kills, but on the other side of things, as mentioned, in losers round 1, a very, very close game on domination there as well. Looks as if Grizzly Gaming may
be
in the lead here. Looks that way. So close game on that side of things as well.
On both sides. I mean, firing range, it could go either way for them. So I mean, got the Annihilator whipped out now by Slayer, but I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention too much, but he only got 1 kill as far as I could tell there with the Annihilator.
I think he only picked up 1, yes. I think he did only get 1, but the problem is here for Singularity is they can't actually get a hold of B whatsoever. Nobody's been able to get a hold of B, and that works out for the team that are in the lead. King's Clan about to hit 100 points, and it's about a 20-point difference.
It does look like King's Clan are they're really flooding that B side to cap it. They're gonna get a lot of points because of that. They're already over 100, as you said. Now they're taking off 2 points compared to 1 every 5 seconds.
They're in a good spot. Can be finding and it just runs out in time for the player that managed to make it on there. But the kills, which way have they went? Looks as if they went towards Singularities. They're currently capturing B. We're slightly capturing A as well, but King's Clan finding kills off the respawn and will have another go at it. The Goliath in the middle, though, is going to be taken down after finding 1 kill. Can King's Clan retake here? They still have about a 20-point lead. Annihilator starting to come off ahead for death. Finds 2, finds 3. Really good play in Singularity now. Starting to heat up
with it. That's
Oh
4.
my god.
That is absolutely huge. If he can get another 5 with his regular gun, that's going to give him more points towards his score streaks.
Of them, he has plenty as well.
It's also interesting to see that also pro players, you know, remember that when the Annihilator was being put away and then he instantly died. It's kind of like the Call of Duty timing that we all know and kind of hate, I guess, you know, when you're holding an angle and then all of a sudden you look away and that's when the enemy starts.
Head for death though, on a great kill streak here. Sitting around 5 or 6, I think.
Singularity's
going, and Team
catching
Singularity
up.
now
They're
10
only
away.
They're less than
King's
10
Clan,
away
though, they
now.
had the lead for the whole of the first map as well, and they couldn't quite get it closed out. They've had the lead for the whole of this domination, and Singularity are about to take over if King's Clan can't do something about it within the next 10 seconds or so.
I think this Goliath that Slayer has as well is going to help them to really protect the B site here. It's going to be interesting to see he gets Vert as well.
This
They're
is
managing
really
to keep it
close.
locked down.
If they could just hold B down, they
on the side
would
of
win.
Singularity.
But if they lose even
Yeah.
one,
And that's what they're potentially about to take the lead here. It's just too easy for them to lock this one down. Where are King's Clan? They cannot get in whatsoever. The Goliath on the hill here as well. Yeah, they have to do something pretty soon.
Ice block
10
maybe
points
was out
away.
of bullets there or something. He did refuse to shoot.
come on.
They maybe we get a hold of here though. XC is on there. Another Goliath coming in here from Singularity. Another kill coming on through.
That's
Singularity are going to take a lead here.
It's impossible for
And
them
that
to win
will
now.
be that. Let's come back
That
once
was a
again
good match,
behind the
too.
whole game. And another win for Singularity. 2-1 in the series to them now. And King's Clan are going to be super disappointed with how this is going. They seem to have it, and then it just falls apart on both of the respawns. So
That was-
super disappointing for King's Clan, but Singularity just keeps stealing
Next would
maps.
be
They
hard
just keep stealing
point,
them
and
away.
Singularity.
Well,
Yeah, I mean-
Singularity,
has
it turns
had
out they don't
no
like to win
losses
the
on hard
respawns
point.
easily, right?
Oh,
Oh, we have
And looks like we got to the end of a match here.
Oh my god.
that is
49.
so close.
French Infinity won that by
Infinity.
1.
Well, I did say earlier on in this tournament that realistically, these games are only going to get closer. And they are. Singularity doing the business, and now French Infinity doing it by 1 point in their domination as well. And we're only halfway through this event, and it seems to be getting more and more ridiculous as we go on. Let's quickly talk about the game we actually
You
ended
mean
up
for
just watching here.
in
How has
total,
Singularity
right?
done that again, Ton?
I mean, it comes down to the streaks, doesn't it? As soon as they call them all in, it just becomes an issue for the other team. Kings can't get in. They can't get in. All the Goliaths, everything sort of came down at once, and Singularity locked that in for a good, whole minute. And it was just very difficult for Kings Clan to get out this one. They just got pushed back into there. The streaks raining in as well. Couldn't get through. And I mean, ultimately, they have to look at themselves and say that they feasibly could have been 3-0 right now. This could have been done and dusted by now if you are Kings Clan. So you have to screw your heads back on once again, go into another hard point, and then you've got a potential S&D coming up after that as well if you can win it. It's a tough spot to be in if you're Kings Clan. Tough spot.
It certainly is, Tapes. Let's talk a little bit about that, because
I'll add these to
realistically,
my.
if you're Kings Clan, this could have been over. Could have been a 3-0. Could have been already moving forward into this bracket, but Singularity keep coming back into you. How did Kings Clan recover from this? How do they stop these mistakes happening and essentially stop being clutched up on?
I mean, I think they got to shut down Head for Dead there. I think we were spectating him for a while when he was using the Annihilator and he was getting a bunch of kills there. I think if they can stop him, possibly they can do something. But I'm not sure. I mean, the games have been slipping away from them, but I'm not complaining. We just get to see more Call of Duty in action. So I think possibly everyone should practice a little bit more with Annihilator and try to counter it somehow.
No, I can understand that. It's so powerful, and obviously get into the right position with it, if you have the right people covering your flanks, and you can basically hone in and just make those goals, you can really streak up and change a hard point, especially, and that can be a lot of points. You know, it's one of these ones where both teams are going to have to be very, very careful on things like hard points and Dom, just to make sure they don't let it get away from them. Ton, what recommend, for Singularity, right? Obviously, they keep doing the business. Is there a way they can start this game easier, though, so they don't have to clutch up?
I mean, they just seem to lose the slaying battle at the beginning, don't they? And from the rip, they just got out-rotated on Crash, and then ultimately out-rotated King's Clan towards the very end. But I'm interested to see what they can do in this hard point. Maybe some earlier rotations earlier in the game might win it.
Well, hopefully, as I do believe the hard point is just about ready to go. Singularity so far have won both of the respawns in the series we've seen. King's Clan end up taking a certain destroy. Let's see if history repeats itself. Team Singularity versus King's Clan, map 4, over to our casters.
Thank you very much, Bryson. Over towards Summit on hard point. Which way do you think this is going then? Because, I mean, it's been back and forth. Singularity just seem to be stealing it from under King's Clan's nose. So for me, as said, I think King's Clan could have easily been 3-0 and through to the winners finals, but Singularity just not giving up at all.
It's looking already pretty positive for King's Clan here. They got a lot of kills in the beginning. You just got to keep it up. They cannot let off the pressure anywhere from Singularity. You just got to keep at it. And I mean, the beginning of this game is looking very good for them. But I mean, Summit, things can change, and also the hard points do flip fairly far away from each other. And it looks like they're already prepping for the rotation here. Singularity, actually, it's King's Clan is already there. So I mean, it looks like they might be into a comfortable lead if they play their cards right here.
They're getting a 50 lead.
Well, Nox and Co. in a very comfortable lead, 50 points off the rip. But knowing these two teams and how the series has gone so far, you really don't want to count your chickens before they've hatched. Let's be honest. Is that the saying? Is that the saying? Is it not eggs before they've hatched?
You know, you're asking the Swedish guy. Sure, man.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm stupid. And Brycey will either be laughing at me right now. I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
I mean, if we're gonna get a repeat of the same games that we had, I'm starting to wonder if Singularity is not gonna do another comeback here. I mean, they have the point as of right now, but is it going to be enough? Maybe Inferno contesting here, stopping the points for being
Jesus, they all
continue to tick there.
Alexi has managed to pick up something else here with the shotgun. Very nicely done. That'll be more points on the board for King's Clan. Let's have a look where this rotation is going though. As we head over towards cable cars, Singularity are there. They really have ultimately struggled in hardpoint. Apart from that final 2 rotations, they were really out of the game against King's Clan. But that's the beauty of it. When it's just 150, it's never really over, is it? It's never over till it's actually over.
Yeah,
Singularity
100%.
have the rotation, but King's Clan battering through the front door.
This is looking pretty good though for Singularity, but the Tempest is out on Inferno. This is something we haven't really seen that much today, so I'm hoping we get some Tempest action, because that is just a really cool gun in my opinion.
Oh, that might get a couple. Does get one. Can he find anything else? There's 3. Phenomenal.
The Molly cuts him off from the
stuff.
rotation there, or like pushing into the hard point.
But it was really well played, because King's Clan got a hold of the spawns, they get the kills, and that forces Singularity out, and he knows immediately where they're going to be pushing from. Turns around, checks the window for the spawn.
Singularity
King's Clan continue to get these points ever so easily. This will put them
I think
120 to 31 or in and around that. If they can hold on
to
every single second of the scrap. And see Singularity though, getting themselves set up here. They need another big hold. They need an even bigger reverse than what they did on Crash.
They pretty much need to hold the entire thing now, because there's 120 points on King's Clan. That's going to be such a big issue for them. The Death Machine also from Miney there, shutting them off when we're trying to push.
Shots coming in, really good stuff by King's Clan. Once again, they break through far too easily. I think they know that some of these maps that previously have not gone their way, that they could have done better. They could have closed them out a lot easier. And now they're 15 points away from sending us to a final map, to a best out of 5. tiebreaker as we head over towards the final S&D. King's
Come on,
Clan should surely
Singularity.
lock this one in. The Annihilator's out for head for Death, who has been very, very good for Singularity for a
damn.
quiet game here. And there you go, King's Clan, a dominating performance, 150 to 32. And it's a bit more like it, Bryce. That's a bit
Well,
more like it.
I was expecting maybe a close game. Maybe most of the way through that, I thought, they could come back at any point. They've done it several times before, but King's Clan decided, you know what? We won't let them get down to a close game at the end because they keep winning them, so let's just shut them out completely. Tun, what did King's Clan do there that was just so much better than before?
Honestly, they just didn't allow Singularity a chance to get back into this. But honestly, I feel as though Singularity just played that one really badly. They didn't win any of their gunfights. Yes, okay, they rotated twice
really go either
when
way.
we headed over towards Hill 3 and 4, and it did absolutely
yeah,
nothing
French
for them.
go.
But over towards a different game and another close one by the looks of things, Bryce.
Yeah, it certainly is. There's a French Infinity map for as well. Another hard point for us to watch. So, guess I'm going to let you guys take us into the action for it.
Well, here we go. Grizzly Gaming in control of P5 on Crash, and we know that PA points can be taken up
Grizzly.
here. One big chunk
I
on
hope
both
French
teams in and
wins
around
now.
90 points is really a, I don't want to say it's a nail in the coffin, but it puts you in a really, really good spot.
Yeah, I think if they're managing to lock this entire hardpoint down, that could be the victory for them. No, they actually need a couple of seconds on the next one as well, but I'm pretty confident that they're gonna get 30 points here on it.
They should be able to lock this one down for the rest of the time. And as I said, that would put them 10 points away. Sabola, though, looking for those exit kills. 15 seconds to go, and the problem is for French Infinity here is that you really should be contesting it just because of how much time is left, but Eri is going to be winning that gunfight, and that should be Grizzly Gaming walking away with a very healthy lead, heading back into the rotation. We're going to head back over towards Archers. There's fine to kill here for French Infinity, but most of them are going towards Grizzly Gaming. We're going to lock this one in a really nice rotation. They're going to be 10 points away.
It looks like this might be going to map 5 for French Infinity and Grizzly Gaming as well.
3 map
And,
5. That's not bad.
The time is ticking away extremely fast there. The contest. Okay, there's the actual game for Grizzly. These games are going very
pretty good.
fast and action-packed constantly. It's just great Call of Duty to spectate.
Oh,
We are flying in and out of maps.
we certainly are, but hey, it's all good action, right? I'm getting to see every single kind of map that ends up going down, and of course, our main attraction for this one is, of course, going to be another map 5 between two fantastic teams of Kingsman and Team Singularity. But we didn't really get a chance to cover that one there. I was going to ask Tapes, exactly what do you think happened for King's Clan to be so dominant on that halfway?
It just looked like they played with another type of competence.
I thought I was watching a
in
video.
the
I was
first couple of
trying to
games,
skip
once they
ahead.
were starting to lose a couple of players, it felt like they were kind of playing a little bit more passive. But that play of using the Tempest to get the spawns that were coming back, that's something you need to see in Call of Duty as well. Game sense, basically.
Well, fair enough, and I suppose we'll see how this series ends in just a minute or two. Of course, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Alright. Yes. Oh, there's no commercial break. There's just a 3-minute break. Yeah, that match was insane. Oh, fuck. That was a pretty good match, not gonna lie. Now, see, there's supposed to be ads playing right now. Give you something to watch, but there isn't any. Maybe if I mute my mic.
Back to the Call of Duty Mobile Western Europe Regional Playoffs. My name is Bryce, and we have another map 5 for you to kick this off. Of course, in the winners bracket, it is going to be Kings Clan versus Team Singularity, and these two teams have battled their way to this point. There have been close games and there have been blowouts. Speaking of blowouts, Kings Clan did it just now in their high point, making them get to this point. They've already thrown away a couple of respawns, but this is the one that matters. Can they take it down? Ton, who do you think's going to win? Ton, who do you think's going to win?
Oh, I mean,
Alright, I'm trying to think.
theoretically, it should be Kings Clan, right? But I mean, they probably should have won 3-0. That's the thing. It's one of those things that I really just don't know about Kings Clan. I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna go with them.
Okay. Any disagreement there, Tapes?
I'm starting to wonder if Singularity might just been warming up. I think they're gonna bring it this round.
All right, well, let's find out, because it is now Team Singularity versus Kings Clan. This is Search and Destroy map number 5. Winners carries on. Losers go down to the lower bracket. Casters, please take it away.
Well, here we go then. Can this not? Oh my God, Nox. Didn't kill him, but hit the hit marker there. But into map number 5, and I'm really interested to see which way this one goes. And it looks like it's going to come down to sniping once again.
I am really happy about that. If there's something I like to see, it's some sniping, especially on firing range, where it's kind of like this map is not really supposed to be all about the snipers. It's a very small map once you think about it. So I'm impressed that these guys are daring to do it, especially on touchscreen. We were talking a little bit about it over in the break. Like, these guys are so accurate on playing on touchscreen, and it's just like sniping, no problem for these guys. Is Axe gonna notice it? No.
Last one.
He didn't.
Complete the mission.
Oh, Step Down picked up 2 kills there.
3.
Number 3 actually for him, as Angel goes down.
1v4.
Yeah, not a good spot for Via to be in. Probably going to be spotted out. Yes, he is. Slayer pops from the corner. There's 1 on the board for Singularity already.
That is crazy. So Sam, that round, or Seam, he got 3 snipes, right?
Destroy the objective.
He's already probably feeling very confident after starting the game like that.
Let's go Singularity. You can
do
do it.
Looks at things from Kings Clan.
Slayer instantly goes down. He's trying to hide behind the bomb planting site. And Angel uses his trophy system, which is a very, very good to counter those nades and the zoning mollies to try and get them off the point.
How's this retake going to work for Singularity? Sam is going to find Nox.
That quickscope was so fast we barely had time to see it.
Nobody on his left-hand side, but does he know that somebody's sitting inside of trailer? Icebox going to get taken down by X. Look at this out rotation by Miney. He's coming around the flank. Has to be careful. 2 of them around here as well, trying to survive as best he can, but just being a nuisance. He's not going to be enough with 10 seconds to go. He's in a 1v4.
The time's against him, and he also just gets wallbanged by Angel there to finish us off. I mean, 1-to-1 again. This could go either way. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Ton?
I'm still thinking King Clan. I'm still thinking Kings Clan. I'm gonna stick to my guns. You know, I don't flip flap from what.
No flip flopping.
No, absolutely not. I stick to my guns.
I am actually wondering if I'm thinking maybe Sam here is going to be able to do something with the sniper on this round. Oh, never mind. Just as I said it, Narx just shows him where this round is going to be heading.
Nox now having another look. Still a 5v4 in favor of Kings Clan here. You can see the push going to come on through, and if you're Team Singularity, you have to be ready for this. XC push around. Can he find anything here? The bomb now being planted as Kings Clan get control. They put a lot of utility into this one though.
A lot of utilities, but they're only 3 versus 4 right now. So it's kind of even, but they did use, as you said, a lot of utilities. How they're going to be able to clear this one out without any flashes or stunts, or possibly even a molly on the backside there towards the car could be really huge.
It's problem being that there's somebody behind the bomb site as well, but here we go, 2v3. The shots starting to come on through. There's another round for Kings Clan. 2-1 now.
This is looking very good. Maybe you are completely correct here, and they're going to be able to bring it home.
I've done this before, you see.
I totally understand, but it's also like they have not played their best through the entire round. So I feel like, except for the last one there on Summit.
Look at this aggression. Look at this aggression from Singularity.
Oh, they got to do something about it. They're trying to mix it up maybe a little bit. And X gets 2.
Finds 2. The aggression out of Singularity not working out. But 3v2 in favor of King's Clan here.
They're slowing it down a little bit after that initial push too.
They've got control of the side here.
Drop the smoke to get the bomb down. That's really huge.
The bomb has been planted.
Bomb is down. Singularity now. Need to retake this.
Started the clock.
It's a hard retake as well, you know. Shot coming in from SEM on the right-hand side. The rocket goes through as well. Hasn't been able to catch anything, but the push comes through on the other side. But
He
via
burned up. Summit 1G in the chat.
Ready up.
3-1 now on the side
right.
of King Clan.
I'm starting to wonder, there's a Singularity, maybe Miney, who's been performing very well in the series. I'm hoping that he's going to be able to have like this ace up his sleeve,
is a
maybe
good
trying
match.
to get a couple of kills. I
Not
did
going the way I
like
wanted it to,
they're mixing
but-
it up. There's sometimes both teams are playing kind of passive, but this looks like it's going to be an aggressive, quick round.
Oh my lord, that was a quick round.
No, he didn't. Head for death now. Still lingering in and around trailer. Where's this bomb going though, if you're Angel? Considering maybe a rotation over towards the B site, I think
Yeah.
he is. I like how this is went.
He
But
has
he's
it.
now-
He has it to
Yeah.
himself.
Now a 1v3, as said. Needs to get this down as quick as he can. I just don't think he's aware of the positioning of Singularity now.
Is he trying to get an entry frag on B, or trying to do mind games here?
Well, I mean, he wouldn't expect Singularity to all be around A because he's got the bomb, so he's thinking to himself, well, they don't know what the bomb is, so why would they camp A? Is
Yeah.
essentially probably his thinking. Because he could have got it down on B very, very freely. But on the side of Singularity, you've got 3 you guys alive. What's the point in,
Whoa.
in pushing
Oh.
too fast? I think locked onto Angel there, but does get traded out 3-2 now.
Still being neck to neck. It's still not that. I haven't really seen any player performing like just above their list. I feel like everyone is kind of even right now. I would like to see some early snipes again.
Nothing
Here
really
we
happening
got
on that
Miney.
side of things. Yep, Miney getting aggressive. 5v4 now for King's Clan. And if you're Singularity, you need to try and get some good attacks going in here.
Yeah, that trip mine is probably not going to do too much. Now you're just chugging it away. Kind of want to put it on something that you know that someone is going to run past. The bomb is making its way towards B, and we got one player from King's Clan hiding there in the back.
He's in a good spot, though. He's in a good spot. Molotov goes out. They know he's there now, though. Didn't get a chance to shoot them before. They come round. He gets some bad
This is a good
timing.
fight.
But do they
Ooh,
know that
they're all
X is there?
rotating.
Yes, they do. They find him, too. Singularity now. 3v2 in the favor of King's Clan. As Inferno and Co find some shots back. Inferno still around the back. Is he going to find anything else? Not quite. Now a 1v2 for SEM.
And he has the bomb, so he could turn around. If he had actually known that there's 2 players here, he'd probably do that. But obviously, we're blessed with a little bit more intel than he has. That's going to be 4 points.
It's getting close. I think King may
King's
actually
Clan.
take it.
Yep, 4-2 now. Very difficult for Singularity to get anything going there. And Singularity just on... I don't know if they're being aggressive enough. I don't know if they're taking enough map control.
It could
Just seems
possibly
to-
having that
yeah.
tournaments nerfs that I mentioned a little bit before. I mean, playing competitive and then there is money on the line. I mean, you do want to just perform as good as you can. Oh, the burning snipe there.
Oh,
he's gonna
he's
hit
not
the
able to
no-scope.
land it.
Oh,
He's not able
it's-
to land it. It's now
Only
1v3.
Burr's left alone. He gets 1, so it's kind of even 1v2. Miney's binding his time.
The Looking to try and find a kill here. Oh, is he going to spot the gun? I don't think he's seen it. Oh, he's seen them transition over. Oh, he shot too early. Mining. Gonna need to get some bullets in, and does so.
It's close.
4-3. Wow.
This is a really, really close.
What a series this is for game number 5 as well.
It's been back and forth. It really has.
Objective. The enemy
It does seem that both teams have moved away from the sniping in this game. There's more SMG loadouts now, more aggressive play, being able to do those little slide shoots that you can really throw your enemies off when they're trying to aim at you when you're close to them.
I got you.
Okay, it's a 4v4 now. 4v3, never mind. Kills are coming out fast.
Down.
Slayer now. Oh, he's going to get taken down in the middle of the map. Miney can't help him out either. He's going to go down also. King's Clan a really good spot. Everybody dropping. It's now 5-3.
This is a really
You notice
close game.
that Inferno, he's been getting a lot of important kills in this game.
He's been very, very good. How many's picked up now? 8.
destroy the objective.
I think it just seemed to be a bit of a misstep in the middle of the map, though, by Singularity. They got caught out. And King's Clan now 5-3 to the good. Once again, Singularity on the attack. This time, though, King's Clan have read it. Look, there's 3 of them here. But there is 5 Singularity.
Big stun on them.
Huge, huge stun comes out. The kill's going in the favor of King's Clan. They're looking for a spot in that grand final. Head for death now. What can he do? Oh, in that winner's bracket final, I should say.
We basically got a standoff here right now on firing range.
It's tough
Angel's in
because
the same spot that he was before.
it's such a good spot. It's
Yeah.
such a good spot. Oh, he's got aggressive. He's having a little peek.
Can he do more this round than he did last time? That would be very huge.
Let's see. Head for death now, just trying to find something.
Let's mute that.
Are they going to
Just
be able to find
walking
Via?
around.
Yeah. They've been very, very slow. King's Clan still in the advantageous situation. Via, though, is he going to be able to find this kill? Yes, he does.
But he's low now, though. There's not much he can do there.
Nope, he goes down. 3v3. Slayer's going to find one as well. Now a 2v2. Good shots by Head for Death. Finds another. This is really good play out of Singularity. Can he find another? Nox is going to come in with the final
That's
kill.
it.
6-3. And that is a win for King Clan.
Yes.
And they feel as if they probably deserve, after a fantastic performance across 5 maps, just not able to close them all out, but a really good win in the end there on the Search and Destroy.
Wow, Singularity managed to bring it all the way to map number 5. King's Clan certainly had their problems throughout the series. They clutched up when it mattered and got to a map 5. Unbelievable performance from them to kind of start bringing it down. And that S&G ton, I think for them it was maybe just therapeutic, if anything. They had a
Stop
great hard
it.
point and they go into that one and they look in control for the majority of the time.
I think that's it. They play it very, very well in the Search and Destroy, and for them, I think they'll have to look at their mistakes and realize that they could have won that probably a little bit more simply. But I suppose we've got another game to go into here, though.
We're down in the lower bracket again with French Affinity and Grizzly Gaming.
Well, let's see, as this has been a very close game by the looks of things as well. All the way to map number 5, 4-4 on Crossfire Search and Destroy. My goodness.
This is the map and the game mode that we kind of been talking a little bit about. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Also, another classic Call of Duty map that I personally is one of my favorite Search and Destroy maps, but I can't remember if I've ever seen some competitive on it. So,
I mean, I played plenty of it. It's one of those that, I mean, Bryce included as well. Especially when COD 4 was out, and when Modern Warfare Remastered was out, of course, as well. Both fantastic games in their own right.
yeah.
And this was played a lot. A really, really good Search and Destroy map. And both teams being very, very passive. It's hard to get a plant under B if they are watching it. We can see that Notorious wants to make a push, but he needs somebody really watching his cross from bus. Sesto's waiting for the aggression
Contact
to
with
come on
enemy.
through. He's having a little check at the bomb. Notices there's nobody there. The trophy systems are out. Notorious. Is he faking the plant or is he going for it? He's going for it. Baba Jaga now is going to find the kill on
he
the
aborts
show.
it just in time. But he's going for the plant again now.
4v2 for French Infinity here. They found the kills on the other side of things. Now Grizzly.
Stop it.
They need a
Tag.
2v4 retake yet.
Wondering if they can do it. I mean, they're gonna have to rotate all around pretty much to avoid those two players next to them.
I wonder how much this cost. Sorry, I was looking at the price.
They also
Right
have
now.
the French Infinity player up on
This
that
is really
balcony,
close.
being able to lock it down. Is he
But it
going
looks
for the
like-
ninja defuse right here? Is
Surely
Boggs gonna
not.
notice?
Just barely.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
They noticed
Cancelled it,
5-4.
yeah.
5-4. French Infinity looking very, very good now.
Come on, French.
One round away, and this is to continue on through. And if you're on the other side of things for Grizzly Gaming, this is you going out if you lose this game.
This is also not where you want to go out. They've been fighting to make it to map number 5. I know personally what it feels like to lose one of these games. I think they just gotta stay strong mentally if they want to have a chance to bring this round home.
Come on,
Look at the
French
aggression coming out
boys.
of Grizzly. Over towards that big bomb site. Great spot to be in.
Let's go, French.
They got super aggressive over towards the shops, and Jolly and Co now have to break through. You can see there's 4 members in and around.
It's going to be very
Towards B.
difficult if they decide
Yeah.
to go on the left side there. I mean, they pretty much need that initial maybe 2 picks to be able to do something.
But could they just rotate around towards A? I mean, towards the broken side of the map. Might not be a bad idea, but here come the engagement. It's what utilities have got. It's
they're
going to be an
flooding it.
absolute cluster in the middle of the shop. The shots are starting to come in. It's going to be Sesto who finds 2, and the kill's starting to go towards Grizzly Gaming. That's now going to be a 3v2. Sabola finds 1.
Having some deja vu.
There's
not
now
gonna
on
lie.
Overwatch for French Infinity. It's a 2v3, but have they cleared them out? Not quite. They're all in and around the bomb site as well from Grizzly Gaming. French Infinity, they only have 38 seconds to go. One of the players with Sniper as well, Sabola. Played well so far, 10 kills to his name, but they need the bomb, they need the plant, or they need all 3 kills.
But they actually managed to snag up the bomb there. Sabola is playing a little bit aggressive. He might be trying to get it as one of the people who's trying to rotate, and that is a crazy turnaround to get to Rille.
It's over.
Both goes down though. Do they know that Dez is planting? This should be it. This should be Grizzly taking the round.
round.
Yeah. So
They
we're
get it,
actually
5-5.
watching a tied-up game for the last round
This-
on
this
game number
decides-
5. This is crazy.
Ready up.
Map 5, round 11. That's what we love to see. And it is going to be Grizzly getting on the attack.
Destroy the objective. The enemy has the bomb.
Oh my, what do they do? Which way do they go? Trophy systems.
Oh.
Grenades going out. Can they stop the cross? I
But the
wonder.
Yaga.
Sesto getting aggressive. He would have got the call out from his teammates to say, okay, nobody crossed into the shop.
Still playing a little bit passive here.
There should have been people watching the cross. But give them that information. Usually you
Yeah.
can check it and you can see very, very easily.
Yeah, and also, are you noticing that Sabola has 11 kills here, most for his team on French Infinity?
Yeah.
He did do that nice little turn, right?
That one very, very well.
So Infinity's down by
Oh,
1 player,
it's
but it
one-
actually evens it
it's
out
4-4.
right now for 4v4.
This is such a close match. Holy hell.
There's though, what can he find? Shots
They
going
just
out
have
yet.
to prevent them
Looking
from
for the wall
planting.
bang, can't find anything. It's still on Grizzly Gaming. They're the ones that have to do something here. It's not a bad setup from French Infinity either. They pushed up the broken side. They shut down any pushes towards A. They've got a good view over towards B. French Infinity in a very, very good spot here.
Especially right now, where if they try to go for the plant, Des can snipe them out, kind of overlook that bomb plant. Trying to go for some cheeky wallbacks, not hitting anything.
Nothing yet. Keep an eye on that bomb site.
Contact with enemy.
Push is going to come through. He has
gonna
spotted one
plant.
through the bus though, not able to quite hit the shot. Grizzly Gaming.
Oh,
Okay,
you
that
had
bomb
the
down.
wallbang there.
Turu though.
Bomb
Does
did
go
not
down.
go down.
It did go down. No, they
Oh.
need to get it down. Is that a mistake from Grizzly Gaming? They didn't get the
That's a
bomb down.
mistake from
It must have been a mistake.
They didn't
Has
get
to
the
have been.
plant
Baby Jargon
down.
now, what
Oh,
can he
no.
do? It's looking
That's
very,
it.
very bad.
They're
Yeah.
out. Holy
Well,
hell, French Infinity.
French
won.
Infinity
That was a
clutches
good
it.
one.
Well, French Infinity will be moving forward into our bracket. Grizzly Gaming, unfortunately, will now be leaving this tournament. Generation, they're going to drop out in that elimination game. But of course, you know, that is not all the action for us. We have so much more to come, and also that has happened, because we have had some incredible games. At 5, round 11 there to go. They must have been nervous, and I wonder what exactly happened to that player.
I think that's
the
the end
I
of
think
this
they ended up getting hit and were
today,
just trying to
'cause
jump
they've
off
been
and stay
staying
alive,
for-
and that was
They've
probably
been
the
going
issue there,
for
Tom.
about 5 hours.
Yeah,
now.
I think it's one of those things where they've taken too
I
much
don't think
time
they
to
want
get to the
keep
bomb
it-
site.
I don't think
I
they're
know
gonna
it's such
go
a
for the
precarious
8th
one,
hour.
especially when somebody's pushed up. You know yourself to be broken. It's hard because you know they're there. You know they're going to
The guy
steal.
has
You know,
something
grenades
to
going to at least
do
come over.
tomorrow.
Yes, you got trophies in this instance, but honestly, it just took them too long to get control of the bomb site. And if you then have maybe 20 more seconds on top of what they had, you can jump off that bomb and have another go at. But when you got 20 seconds left to go and you're planting that bomb, you can't not stick it. You have to just stay on that bomb. You have to be getting it planted. You have to get it down. Irrelevant if danger is upon you. I mean, it's a bad decision in the end, but fair play to French Infinity. They get it done 6-5. It's a nerve-wracking way to get through in a map number 5, but they continue on in the tournament, and rightfully so.
Yeah, they certainly do as well, and I think that's an important to mention here. I do want to say, with that French Infinity game,
That
it
was
did
a
seem like they smelled blood in the water as well.
cool
As soon as they
match.
realised that player had got off the bomb, they all seemed to just lapse and go, right, no more hanging back and sniping the bomb, we're going for them and jumping straight in. And that, if anything, compounded the issue that Grizzly Gaming had. As soon as that didn't go down, they got killed by the clock. Only 20 seconds left, and French Infinity said, well, if you're not going to go for it, and we've now got numbers, let's kind of squeeze you in, because you're going to have to try and make a play here, and we don't have to. We just have to kill you. So, kind of an interesting finish there for that game as well. But, Tim, what did you kind of see in that S&D where maybe Grizzly Gaming could have turned it around?
I mean, the call outs and the communication may have been a little bit of an issue if they're not calling out where people are pushing.
That was cool,
If you
man.
are holding an
I'm
Overwatch
very
kind
tired,
of
though,
position,
and I hope this is almost
but
done,
I also
so
feel
I
like
Go do
with
my
time
grind.
and also you've all been in that situation where you need to kind of clutch fast when the time is ticking down. I think that was the main
I
issue.
hope
They were
they're not
probably
doing
trying
all
to
the
do some
other
call outs and
matches
communication, and nobody really perhaps stepped up as an in-game leader in
'Cause
that
what I
situation.
enjoy
That's
doing
when
is
someone
it's
needs to yell.
tiresome.
You need to push the site. You need to maybe even sacrifice yourself to get a trade or something to get in on the site.
No, yeah, I can understand that. But I think it was one of the ones where they had to get out. And obviously, trying to get that across, a sniper's watching you as well. And it's difficult, right? Because
Like, probably
with snipers,
do.
you can't peek. It's very, very difficult to get that information. Also knowing that if you go down in that sort of scenario, and it's heightened, right? When you go to map 5, round 11, you're sitting there and you're like, well, if I go down here, I could cost my team the game, because a single number in that scenario is devastating. And that's why snipers are so powerful. It's why they're so absolute. They're not just great for the one-shot kills, but also great for information and closing off parts of the map. And that's what I think Grizzly Game are waiting for, Tom.
Yeah, potentially, but they just maybe wait a little bit too long. You have to be proactive when you're on attack at the end of the day, don't you? You can't just sit back and wait for something to happen, especially in round number 11. You know the other team's not going to be moving any further than they absolutely need to. So you can't sit around and wait for something to happen if you're on the attack. You have to be proactive. Unfortunately for them, they just went quick enough. They had plenty of control of shop. So I don't understand why they didn't maybe go for it. You've got trophy systems, you can throw them down, you can then get that bomb down, you maybe even potentially have smokes where you can cover yourself. It just seems as if they were well set up, but maybe not comfortable enough to go for that bomb plant, and ultimately that is their downfall in the S&D.
No, I couldn't agree more. And I think, from one map 5 to the other, right? Kings Clan and Team Singularity. Obviously, we've got Kings Clan moving forward, and it will be against Cold Esports in our winners final tomorrow. But dropping down now to, and I'm just looking at the populated bracket for me, I believe it's Team Singularity versus U4X and Hammers Esports versus French Infinity. Tapes, which one of these teams do you see maybe going the furthest now? We've already spoken about Hammers being kind of a big favourite to drop into that lower bracket.
I mean, I was kind of rooting a little bit for Hammers, just because we've been spectating and kind of commenting over them as well.
Come on.
So I feel like they look pretty strong, especially now they've already had a win in the tournament. So I feel like that could give them a little bit of a confidence. Obviously, French Infinity looked strong as well. So I mean, it's gonna be neck to neck, but my bet is gonna be on Hammer.
Oh, okay. Tan, do you agree? Is there anyone else kind of standing out for you?
Yeah, I would say Hammer is definitely the one to look at. They were unfortunate in their game before, and honestly, they do look really, really good. Straight from the rip when they played up against U4X, they look like a good squad. So the fact that they're in the losers bracket, they're a bit of a shark in that losers bracket, aren't they? They could cause some damage and eat some people alive, put it this way. I mean, they're a very, very solid team. So let's see if they can continue on. I was just impressed with what I seen from them before, and the fact they're in the the losers bracket, to be fair, it just sort of shows it's an 8-team tournament, doesn't it? Isn't it? Like, there's not much room for error, and when there is, you then could be dropping the losers bracket against a very, very good team, and Hammers Esports are one of those teams, so I expect them to push all the way through. It would not surprise me if we see them in the losers bracket final.
No, it wouldn't surprise me either. And while we go to the tuning, just quickly talk about the phones that these players are using, because they're all actually on the same device, right? Don't have given us the Xperia 1 Mark II, an incredible device that is cinema wide at T1 to 9, and also is actually optimized for Call of Duty Mobile. And hey, Tapes, you've got it up there, right? Take us through it. It's a beautiful phone. You can hold that up to the camera. Sure, people see
for
it
sure.
at home.
Yeah, but mine and yours must be in the post somewhere, Brycey. Who knows?
Yeah, guys. I mean, I accidentally got. I don't know if there's yours. No, I was kidding.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can just hold it up. I mean, this one is actually wider than my face, I believe. So yeah,
That'd be nice.
The thing is, we have
Scale.
mentioned
That's
before.
the scale you use.
For context, how wide is your face?
My face is 21.9. I think that's my forehead, and it also has the Game Enhancer app, which shuts off all the notifications, all those annoying text messages from your mom saying it's dinner time and whatever. I'm sorry
really
about
believe
that,
we're
but
almost at the end of
it's
it.
actually pretty nice. I don't have any complaints with the phone so far. I've been actually filming a little bit with it too when I was out on a little fishing trip, and the pictures and the film that I took was just looking great. And one thing, my previous phone that I had, because I was playing COD Mobile on that one too, it was actually burning up when I was playing, because sometimes I had to charge it as well. So if you are playing on this one, it has like a heat, I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly what Sony called it, but it's like a heat thingy majiggy, and it actually keeps your phone cool when you're gaming. So if you're charging and gaming it at the same time, it's only powering the phone through the electric current, so not something from your battery. It's going to keep it a little bit cooler than other models. And obviously 120 hertz refresh rate on it. It's perfect for watching YouTube videos as well, if that's something you're into. Maybe my YouTube videos.
All right, well, thank you very much for taking me through that one. While we are obviously going to be talking about phone later on as well, something else has just come into my ear. We are going to go to an interview now with Nux from Kingsclan and talk a little bit about that. Hopefully, you can hear me. How are you, Nux?
I'm sorry, I don't hear.
I don't think he's able to quite hear me at the moment. We'll try to keep checking if that is actually working.
I don't know.
Not unfortunately able to hear me, I think, but I have to dip out of that interview just a second, but don't worry, if we can get him back, we will, of course. So we are going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, though, a lot more action here at the Call of Duty
Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of
think we
Duty
have one more
Mobile
match.
Western Europe regional playoffs. We are going into our next set of games very, very shortly. Of course, I am Bryce. I've been bringing you all the action all day, so hopefully you've learnt my name by now. But of course, I am joined by a wonderful pair of casters, Tun and Tabes. And guys, you know, we've had a pretty long day of Call of Duty action. Has there been any highlights that stick out for you, Tun?
The phone comparison to Tabes' face, I mean, that is probably up there in fairness. But at the same time, some of these game 5s, round 11s all over the place. I mean, we've seen some fantastic players on S&D, we've seen fantastic sniping plays, some very close games, but I honestly think that hard point on Crash in the first game, first map I should say, of that second winners bracket semi-final that we just seen between Singularity and King Clan. How Singularity came back, I have no clue. No clue at all. And the fact that it was just so close. It shows the level of competition and how close it is between everybody here. And everybody is very, very highly skilled at Call of Duty Mobile. And honestly, it's very hard to determine who's going to come out and win this one. But that was a fantastic map and a fantastic series. And it has been my favourite so far of the day. But yeah, it's my standout moment. It has to be that hard point on Crash. It was crazy.
That was certainly a great game as well. And Tabes, can I put the same question to you? And hopefully this one's not about your cinema-wide forehead.
Okay.
You're the one who said it.
I
You said it, not me.
I had a bunch of lines written up about it. No, it's heat suppression system control. If I'm saying that right. No, heat suppression power control. I may have messed up on the last one, but I'm really a fan of seeing SND on standoff. There was some I remember, I think it was Jim who did a jumping snipe shot. I think we've seen it on a couple of replays too, where he did a jumping shot and then instantly went for the plant. That's just something that was gonna stick with me because I can never pull something like that off, and that was really.
No, for me, I think the day actually is there's been so many parts, right? Not just the individual games, but if I'm being perfectly honest, right, the level of skill that these players are displaying while playing on a phone is simply phenomenal, right? The accuracy and the way that they mechanically move around the map is fascinating to me to watch. And not only that, being a bit of a Call of Duty fanboy myself, we're seeing epic games from across the entire franchise series. Some of the greatest and most iconic maps in the entire history of Call of Duty, and I'm getting this into play at a competitive level again, and sometimes for the first time. Some of these, it is truly wonderful to watch. I've spent all day, I've watched every single game, and I'm very thoroughly enjoying myself. I just thought I would mention that. It's kind of just me gushing over Call of Duty Mobile, right? And it's not even over. Like, we've still got a game today. We've got all of Championship Sunday to go, right? Let's talk a little bit about the Team Losers round bracket, because it is going to be Team Singularity versus U4X. And then we've also got Hammers going up against French Infinity. French Infinity just won their game. So here's one of the questions I wanted to ask, to ask before the break, right? And we've spoken about this before, and you'll know where I'm going with this. Hammers are coming off of the loss. French Infinity are coming off of a win. How much of a difference do you think that makes to their mentality right here?
I think French Infinity are going to be feeling good about themselves, having got that round 11 win, but you're going up against Hammers, and they are a far different prospect to Grizzly Gaming, if I'm honest. Hammers have looked very, very good all weekend long, and they will have to prepare themselves. There's no going in, no being too hyped about it. You know you're going to be going into a big game, but if you're Hammers, you know yourself that you lost a very close game against arguably the favourites of the tournament. So, yes, okay, there's disappointment in that respect, but at the same time, you've got to take something away from it that, yes, okay, you've lost that game, but you've got another chance in the losers bracket. If you take this, you can go up and you want that revenge, and that's what they'd be wanting to go for. And honestly, Hammers have the ability to go all the way. We've seen how close their game was previously, and honestly, I just expect a lot more from Hammers. I'm excited to see what they do.
You know what? So am I, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how that goes. We are going to go to a very quick commercial break while we get these players into a lobby and everything set up for your viewing pleasure. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Another commercial? They Oh shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Call of Duty Mobile Western Europe Regional Playoffs. My name is Bryce and we are bringing you our last games of the day. And of course, we have had another switch up here in our casting team. We have Tan, but then it is going to be Bobby Plays who return. Bobby, how are you? How was your break? Have you been watching? What's been going on, Bobby?
I had a fantastic break. Got some chicken sandwiches in me, so I am ready to cast some more. It was definitely super fun watching that last matchup, especially in Singularity versus King's Clan. Seeing that go down to the wire was definitely really entertaining, and I'm excited to see what matchups that results in tomorrow.
Me too as well. You know, I think these teams have all been playing their hearts out today, and it's always good to see close competition, I would say, because that way you get to see the very best Call of Duty, and it just elevates everybody to a next level when you go into a tournament. Tad, we are ready for these next games, right? And they are elimination games, and that can be very stressful for these players. What do you think is going through their minds?
Don't lose the game, bro. That's pretty much it. No, it is one of these things when you get into these tournaments, and yes, okay, you have that one life if you like before you drop down the losers bracket, but it's do or die now. You really do have to go all the way through undefeated if you want to win this tournament. But we do believe there is some teams down here that could go on. I mean, every single one of our winners bracket semis were very, very close, Bryce. So Hammers Esports, Singularity, they're the ones that are going to be wanting to push through.
Right, well, let's find out whether or not that happens. Our two games are going to be Team Singularity versus U4X and Hammers Esports versus French Infinity. First up, though, we are going to jump into this hard point straight away. And I'm just going to hand it over to our wonderful casters to bring us all the action on this.
Well, here we go then, Bob. Is coming down to this. The losers bracket is what we're going over towards. Team Singularity, and they're going up against U4X, and it was a very close game in their previous outing. Team Singularity, especially on this map, came screaming back into it. Will they need to do the same again? I wonder, but at the same time, they'll feel good heading into this map, considering how they won it last time around. But U4X will be looking at that and thinking Singularity were pretty lucky to get themselves into that map win. Now let's have a look into this one though, as U4X and Singularity go up against each other. It's all about this top 3 control, and Trips is putting down plenty of fire here. But for you, what was the standout part of this map? Is it that rotation round to blue, and then of course you get over towards P4 as well? It's very, very important to get those locked down.
Yeah, I think the rotation from P3 to P4 is definitely the one that impacts team the most, just because P4, not quite as difficult to break as P5, but it typically determines how you're going to set up for that one as well. Out of the teams remaining, I would say this is probably the matchup that I expect to be most competitive. I know U4X was knocked out in the first round, but that was in a really good matchup, and I think of the 4 losers bracket teams, they're definitely the ones that have the best shot at making their way out of it. We do see them struggling a little bit off the start, giving up quite a few points on P1, and also struggling to make that rotation over toward P2. Singularity set up pretty well, and Miney off to a really big start. 8 kills on the board for him already, as I believe he got a vehicle explosion right there, and calling in the Fred missile as well. 9 kills pretty early in the game.
That's very nicely done, helping his team extend this lead. 50 points has just been ticked over, and look at these rotations over towards blue. They're belonging to Singularity. I think they'd be very happy to give U4X all those points if they really want them. They can get set up with blue, which gives them the setup for P4, and ultimately an easier route to plenty of points. They're already a third of the way there. The overextension comes through. They'll get the scrap time, but now they need to get over back towards blue. But can Miney and Co hold this one down? It looks like all of that scrap is going to go over. Miney does now have his war machine available as well. As we make our way back towards the middle of the map, we can see that they're just trying to push them out. Slayer, if he can find this kill, will be massive. Very nicely done. U4X not able to quite get where they want to get to. Really well played. And it looks as if Singularity are going to be locking down blue in a really good spot here. And this could honestly end before we even get over towards P5.
Yeah, Singularity is looking really good. Not only are they getting the rotations on time, but they're just straight up winning their gunfights. 3 players on U4X stuck down at 2 kills. Meanwhile, Miney and Sem combining for 26 right now. I believe that's significantly more than all of U4X combined. I just really don't see any way they could possibly turn this around right now. More than likely, we've got players on Singularity also using persistence, so more than likely they've got some of those bigger Those score streaks charged up as well. Even though Ice Block and Head for Death have not really had great games, it's not going to make a whole lot of a difference because Miney, Slayer, and Sem are absolutely dominating this map.
Oh, they're frying. It's been phenomenal from them. They pick up nearly every single point of blue, and if you get those points at blue, you get the spawn for P4 as well. The rotation over towards the balcony side should be very, very simple and very, very swift. As Seth the Turtle, though, is going to get that smoke down, finds one kill with the shotgun, can't find any more. The Annihilator's out from Head for Death, and he finds two. Really good shots there. Miney and Sem finding more as well. And this is just such a bad spot for U4X to be in. Slayer is slaying with the Annihilator. It's just so simple for them. It's so simple.
Yeah, with multiple Annihilators inside of P4, there's just not anything.
Oh
like, you can see, U4X, it's not like they're getting contests. They haven't even been able to get within, like, 20 meters of the hard point. So that was just absolute domination. We are going to hop into our other match right here. You can see that Hammers Esports looking really dominant as well. Not too surprising to see, especially given how closely they did play up against Cold Esports. Looks like they could close this one out on P5 as they are up 141-42.
It is looking that way. Let's see if they can continue this Hammers Esports, because we've seen comebacks from P5 before, haven't we? But there we go. Kosh finds the first kill. Jolly going to go down, so if you're French Infinity, you're going to have to come up with something here. Kosh finds two. Notorious is there with the War Machine, though. But they'll be watching the other side as Grory and Cole coming on through. Palmer does go down, but can Grory find anything else here to try and get his team back into this one? Notorious is very, very weak, but he has a War Machine. They should be able to lock that one down, but Prunza finds him with the Molly. Are they able to eventually get in there? 5 seconds is all they need. Our French Infinity anywhere near. There is one player who's managed to stick on through. Is he going to be able to lock it in? No, he is not. Hammers Esports will find the first map in the other losers bracket game.
Well, I'll tell you something about our losers round 2 games. The half points have been a little bit one-sided, and they've been over very, very quickly. That almost seemed like it couldn't take a breath between coming into them and coming straight back out. So, I don't know. Is this what would be expected, right? A kind of a blowout on both sides of this one, Bobby?
I was definitely expecting to see that out of Hammers. I feel like, to be honest, they're probably the second best team in this tournament, even though we do have them in the losers bracket right now. I feel like ultimately it's because Cold is right now best positioned to win this whole thing. I was expecting a better matchup for Singularity versus U4X. I felt like there had been a lot of fight coming out of U4X, especially in the losers bracket, and I feel like they had been pretty dominant so far. So to see them lose by that much in the first game makes me a little bit worried for how quickly these final games might end, but they may very well bounce back in the Search and Destroy.
Yeah, I think so. I think realistically here as well, the pressure's going to continue to mount, right? For every single one of these, we are about to say goodbye to 2 teams out of this tournament, regardless of what happens. Only 2 can move forward in a bracket and have that second chance. The other 2 will have had their 2 losses and be eliminated. Ton, I just want to get your take on the 2 games we just saw, because obviously there isn't a ton to break down. We just got to talk about them.
Realistically, it comes down to the rotations, isn't it? How many times did me and Bobby talk about it in that very quick crash map? It's all about the rotation. If you get it towards P2, you're setting yourself up for P3, which sets you up for P4. If you aren't getting that rotation towards the 3-story, you're in trouble immediately.
You certainly are. It looks like our game is ready to go, so we'll of course hand it back to our casters as we head into the Search and Destroy.
Yeah,
I'm flying into this one. Bobby, look at this from Sam. What the hell is he doing up there? Oh my god, Slayer's going to find him as well. What a start of the game. It's a 3v2 momentarily for Singularity.
Yeah, he might have gotten a little overzealous with the Echo right there as he pushes up to top of blue. Not typically a move that we see, especially from the defensive side. We do have Slayer up top here holding that area down. It is a 3v1. With Seth being the only player alive and with a shotgun, he's not going to be able to contest that angle right here. He's going to need to completely reposition. And with Slayer holding the bomb, he can pretty much do whatever he wants to, whether that would be plant over at A, which it does look like he's going to do right here. It's going to be a very difficult 1v2 for Seth the Turtle.
It's a tough spot, isn't it? Especially when Singularity have got the bomb down. Tell you what, though, put the shotgun into this situation with the smoke as well. Slayer's in a bad spot, but they should be able to trade this, irrelevant of what happens here. Going to be very careful with this shotgun, but 8 HP for Seth the Turtle now. They're going to make the push here as well, but the Molly's going to come out. If he can find one kill, he may be onto something, but Slayer will find another.
Ready up.
And that is going to be Singularity 1 to the good now.
Yeah, based on what we saw in the hard point and off the start of this, Singularity is definitely looking really, really good. Slayer and Ice Block both picking up 2 kills off the start right there. I'm not sure what it is that we need to see out of U4X in order to change this around. Obviously, we typically see teams a little bit stronger on the offensive side, so things could very well turn around whenever we do have the switch of sides at that 5-point marker. But once again, we do have the easy bomb plan going down for Slayer on the A site. 2 players down already for U4X, and this should be a pretty easy job for Singularity.
Yeah, Singularity are really just running through U4X right now. It's a 5v3. Plim can't find anything. Through the wall bang, he's just going to find himself staring at the spectator. Trips now in a bad spot as well. Singularity
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
finally just running through everybody. Really good play from them. They want to continue on. They'll feel hard done by. They got themselves all the way to Game 5 against King Clan and unfortunately got knocked out in that one. And they'll be wanting revenge there themselves as well. Into round number 3 we go.
Yep, and it does actually look like Singularity is going to switch their pushes, actually going over toward back alley, which is a little bit surprising to see. They're actually going to lose 2 players as the result of it. Ice Block and Miney both dropping. Slayer gets the wallbang. Was that a wallbang that I saw?
Did he get the wallbang then? Was it just randomly through it?
I think he shot through the window right there, ended up getting the wallbang, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm blind, but just like that, it is actually U4X with the advantage for the first time all game. Head for death in a 1v2 situation with Plim and Miz still alive. Definitely playing so well so far today, so definitely not out of it by any means.
No, absolutely not. A 1v2 is more than doable. The problem is where's the bomb? Head for death needs to get aggressive here. They haven't seen him. He's managed to slip the net here, but there's a shotgun waiting for him at the bottom of the stairs, and Miz will find the kill in the first round for his team here. 2-1 now, and still not over on the other side of things. Singularity, yes, okay, they're looking strong, but U4X, we know they have talent, we know they have the ability. Can they continue this on now? Singularity now in the attack.
Yeah, that was definitely a big win for U4X. Typically, like I said earlier, we do see teams do better on the offensive side, so being able to snag just 1 round win away on defense could end up being huge. We're actually seeing double sniper action right here as Sem and Slayer both pulling out the Locust. We do have Plim sniping for U4X as well. We do get a first blood on the board, and Trip Mine will disappear, but it's going to be an easy plant once again. It looks like for Singularity, as they do have a man advantage, make it a 2-man advantage. Once again, looks like another round that they should be able to close out pretty easily as another 2 people drop, and Plim is going to be the only player remaining up there in top of blue.
Well, give me something, Plim. Let's see what you can do with the sniper. I mean, at this point in time, you couldn't even climb up this side, and Sam will find the kill. 3-1 now.
Looking good.
Looking very, very good for Singularity, though. I said they just ran through U4X in the previous map. They're looking good on S&D. They're looking for a charge through this losers bracket right now. Hammers Esports are probably who they're going to be waiting for as well. You can imagine that they're going to go on to win their game if they can continue. And right now, Singularity are looking real nice yet. U4X just don't have an answer.
We do see a pretty aggressive defense coming out of U4X. Wow. It's not going to pay off. They lose 3 players off the start. Trips and Miz going to be the only players alive. Sem the only player to drop for Singularity, and that should make the push relatively easy right there. They do have 1 player on the back of Tank, but the only other player for U4X over there inside of Grandma's Ice Block picks up the kill onto him. We do get a trade coming in out of Trips, but the 1v3 with Head for Death pushing up the stairs, completely ready for him, and gets the easy frag to give them the 4-1 lead.
Jesus fuck, Singularity.
Nicely done once again by Singularity. And they're just working their numbers really well, aren't they? They're finding the picks, they're using their utility fantastically, and then when they've got an advantageous situation, they don't let it slip. Just really, really good at working the numbers, and they've got super aggressive towards A, and this is going to be an absolute slaughterfest over towards the bomb site now. Slayer does find one initially for Singularity, and oh my god, look at the kills all rolling through. It's a 5v2, making a 5v1. Trips, that is a bad situation to be in, and Singularity make it 5-1. And that is as quick a round as you're going to see.
Yeah, I thought maybe the switch over to offense might give U4X a little bit of an advantage, but it seems like the strategy that we're seeing from Singularity, both on offense and on defense, is just too good. There's not really anything that U4X seems like they could be doing better. They're losing their gunfights. They're not getting the right approaches. They are going to full send a back alley right here, which could end up going their way, especially if they can get some picks from top of Grandma's. Obviously, Singularity realizing that nobody is pushing toward the A site right now. Mist is going to send out the Molotov. And we will likely have a big gunfight coming in soon as all teams basically within like a 20-meter radius of each other.
Let's see how this rotation works out, though. Kills are going down. Looks as if it's a 5v3 in the favor of Singularity, and it is. Looking out, what can he get done? Slayer not able to quite get taken down. Seth, the Turtle, has managed to find himself a kill with that shotgun, which is he's been running that all day long, but Sem's going to find Lucky. It's now a 4v2. Trip's really not in the best of spots. Seth is with them. They will have potential to get a hold of this bomb if they can get up top stairs now, but they're just getting pinned in completely here. 5-1 to Singularity. It's bound to be 6 very, very quickly. Seth now all alone with only a shotgun. It should be going down momentarily. Finds a kill. Can he get something going? No, he cannot. 6-1 Singularity. Absolutely flying through the gears here, but let's have a look at the other game as well, because that's still ongoing. And it looks as if Hammers are having the same sort of look against French Infinity. They're 4-0 up in this search and destroy, about to send themselves up 2-0 here, Bobby. And these teams are making it look very easy in the losers bracket.
Yeah, if I had to guess, more than likely we're going to see a couple of losers bracket sweeps, both Hammers and Singularity, showing that they definitely deserve to be in the top 4 teams. Definitely a good effort out of French Infinity and U4X to be able to make it back here, but obviously the 4-0 lead for Hammers going to be really difficult to stop, especially given how good they've been all day long. We got 9 kills through the first 4 rounds for Drari. Does get taken out right there, and for the first time, it looks like French Infinity will have the advantage. Probably a big factor is Kosh looking to be disconnected, so actually a 5v2 right here could be even more of an advantage for French Infinity and could potentially cause some trouble.
Let's see if it does give some trouble to the Hammers. Now only have Kosh, who is playing by the looks of things now. That bomb is going down though, and French Infinity should be able to get this down. This should be a round over towards them. Kosh all alone. What's he going to be able to do?
1v4, definitely not a very manageable situation. Obviously, he's been really consistent for them all day. Does manage to get a pick right there, but 29 seconds to work with. He is wide open in the middle of the street. That's going to be an easy frag for Simbola. We'll be able to clean that one up, so at least 1 round going to French Infinity. They're going to be able to avoid the sweep, but now we've got Hammers on offense, and like I've said, typically the advantage will go to the offensive side. I'm guessing more than likely we are going to see a steamroll on the way to the A site. We see 3 players on the way right there. Pretty aggressive defense coming out of French Infinity. We'll see whether or not they're able to get some picks right here.
I'm not looking for a wall back. Don't find anything just there, but we can see now. French Infinity trying to defend. Hammers Esports. Oh, here we go. Smokes down the middle of the map. Let's get messy. What can they find? Kosh is going to go down though. Jolly's going to catch him with his pants down. Ace Boogs finds one as well. And could this be the comeback from French Infinity here? This should be a round to them. Drari's going to find Jolly. It's all of a sudden a 1 versus 4. And Drari in a real bad spot. The strat down the middle of the street there. Bobby not working out whatsoever. Drari is going to find one, make it a 1 versus 3. But they know where he is, and surely he doesn't clutch this.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Manages another kill right there. Went from a 1v4 down to a 1v2 real quick.
He's got time.
Obviously, yeah, he's still got to go pick up the bomb. That's the main issue right now. More than likely, French Infinity has realized, hey, maybe we shouldn't challenge this guy because we're losing all of our gunfights, and maybe instead we'll just wait around the bomb and let him make the mistake. Looks like he is going to jump out of blue and slide around the corner to see if he can pick it up, but he does get spotted from above, and Ace Boogs is able to clean it up to get the round down to a 2-point lead.
4-2 now. And that got real scary for a moment. Drari picking up 12 kills in 6 rounds.
Destroy the
a very, very
think
scary
we're almost
prospect, and
done.
he's a big reason as to why Hammers Esports are
have the bomb.
4-2 up here, and honestly, he's been so impressive in every single game. French Infinity this time around are going to get aggressive on the defensive side of things. Look at Tank, it's just going to be a mess in and around there. Kosh is going to find 2, and this could put Hammers Esports on map point. It's a 4v3 for them now, and the rotation over towards B is nice as well. I really like this out of Hammers Esports. They get aggressive on the defensive side of things. French Infinity, they find the kills if you're Hammers Esports, and you rotate all the way around. You go to the opposite side of the map, and you should be able to try and get something going around the backside. Drari still in and around A here. This is Hammers Esports round to lose, and that's the bomb carrier dead. In and around A. Kosh is going to find a kill into Sabola though, so they should be able to still get something done here. If you are Hammers Esports, there you go. That will be 5-2 now. Very impressive from Hammers here, Bobby.
Yeah, that's definitely more of the Hammers Esports that we were expecting to see, and honestly that we had seen through the first few rounds. They did give up back-to-back rounds just a second ago to French Infinity, but seems that they've found their groove again, especially with the 12 kills already out of Drari. I believe he and one other player combining for 20 right now, and the B site is going to be wide open. Drari and Kosh being those two that are combined for 20 kills right now. They have complete control of blue, and it seems like the two teams are just kind of running circles around each other through this entire map. Snipes coming in, but nobody able to get the first blood yet. Drari looking to send the Molotov over top and see if we can maybe do some take damage, especially if they can get rid of those trophy systems. But still, you have to see a first blood.
Yeah, nobody going down. Kosh was very, very close. Drari, I was about to say it was close, but he's gone now as Des finds him with the sniper. Pana's able to even the odds here, though, and Jolly trades out. Palmer trades out on the Jolly, so back and forth we go. It's a 3v3. Palmer now behind the track. They're not in the best of spots. They need to try and get this one down if they can, Hammers Esports, and they should be able to with cover from the bomb. Do they have trophies down, though? That's the question. Do they have anything to stop this one being put down? If you're French Infinity, Dez is going to get the shot on the Pana after he gets the bomb down. It's 3v2 in favor of French Infinity, but they've got to defuse this bomb. Sabola now taking his time. They know they have the numbers. Palmer's going to find Notorious. It's suddenly a 2v2. It's a must-win round if you're French Infinity. The diffuser's starting to come in here as well, but it's being watched. Sabola, though, is going to trade out the kill. It's coming down to 1v1. Sabola goes to challenge behind the tractor. 19 seconds to go. You just have to work down the time if you're Hammers Esports, but Sabola will wait and be patient and find the kill. 5-3. And it's a big 1v1 win from Sabola.
Like you said, the patience from him was absolutely perfect right there. Didn't try to get too aggressive, didn't get flustered. Whenever he wasn't able to get the initial kill, he slid back behind the wall, he reloaded, he set up for the next push in that gunfight, and was able to clutch the 1v1. Really beautiful play out of him. And French Infinity looking really strong on the second half here. Actually stronger on the defensive side than on the offensive side. So there's a chance that they could give Hammers a run in this one and potentially manage to snag one. I think we were definitely expecting to see a sweep in this matchup. But French Infinity very consistent across the board. Notorious, Sabola, Dez, all with 7 kills. Definitely more consistency as compared to Hammers Esports. So if they can pick up a first blood right here and give themselves a little bit of an advantage, we could potentially see one game go into French Infinity.
Both teams being quite passive in this round, and I think that just comes down to how close this game has got. Drari somehow gets away. Sniper in hand, misses his shot, and somehow gets out. Kosh will find the kill. Jolly, but will get traded out by Notorious. So it's a 4v4. Prims are leading the way around the backside of the house now as a push also comes in towards A. That bomb is going down at A, and they've sold them a dummy by the looks of things, but it hasn't really worked out as Notorious has managed to find Drari, and all of a sudden it's Pana and Palmer left in a 2 versus 4. They're not in a bad spot to defend this bomb, but Notorious come around behind, could be big if he can find the kill. Palmer goes down, and all of a sudden, Pana's all alone, and Notorious has had a fantastic round. He's got 11 kills to his name, and that's now 5-4. We're shooting bodies as well. Oh, French Infinity are starting to come back yet.
They're starting to get a little bit toxic right there, and honestly, I am a big fan of it.
I love it. It honestly gives me more of it.
Yeah, Notorious has been absolutely huge for them the last few rounds. 11 kills. Definitely looking really good on the defensive, and You always love to see just not a lot of toxicity, but a little bit of toxicity, and something at this level just takes things to another level. It's not just the game on the line, but it's your pride as well. We do see Notorious trying to clutch things up here, just barely staying alive.
The cards for French Infinity due to Notorious, but can he keep them in it with 30 seconds to go? He needs to find 3 and defuse. It's such a bad spot to be in. The slide is not going to help him out here either. He will find the first kill. Surely should be traded out. Palmer will find the kill. That's going to be 6-4. Hammers Esports are going to take the map, and that's a 2-0 lead in the series for them now. Bryce Ian looking very, very strong.
They most certainly are. However, I will say French Infinity did impress me there. They were looking like they were going to be in an awful lot of trouble, but they managed to bring it back just a little bit. And of course, we are going to have map 3 coming up in just a few minutes. We are going to go to a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. There is still plenty of Call of Duty mobile action to come, and we'll see you soon.
You know what phrase we can finally retire? Good. For a mobile game. Fun fact, Sony's been getting the best out of entertainment and technology for, like, ever. And Call of Duty has been making games since, well, before some of us were born. Isn't it about time we had a mobile gaming experience that's just good, period? Maybe even great? Turns out we do. Call of Duty made the impossible mobile game with Call of Duty Mobile, and Sony made the impossible smartphone for gamers with Xperia. I can get the edge with wider than widescreen, enhance my game literally with Game Enhancer, share my epic wins with the flick of a finger, and do it all while I keep my cool with HS Power Control. It's casual when I want to kick back, and core when I need to kick butt. It's the gaming experience built with me in mind. Sony brought the gear, and Call of Duty brought the game. Sony's Xperia plus Call of Duty Mobile. Because gamers deserve great, wherever we are.
Hey. Six hours, 6 minutes. This is definitely the last match, hopefully. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty Mobile Western Europe Regional Playoffs. We only have maybe one potential game left to go, potentially one map, realistically, because it has been a bit one-sided so far. Bobby, I want to throw this to you to begin with. French Infinity, they are the team that are showing the most signs of life of potentially stopping what could be a very quick losers round 2. Can they do it?
I want to say yes, but you also have to take into account just how good we saw Hammers Esports be in their first game of Respawn, which was Hardpoint over on Crash. So I definitely am going to give the edge to Hammers Esports. With that being said, they did show a lot of fight. I think they've got a lot of potential, and it's another one of those teams that when they play up to what they're capable of, they can really give anybody a run for their money, but it all comes down to whether or not they're playing at that top level. But it does look like we are going to hop into our next game, which is actually going to be Singularity versus U4X.
Enemy has Charlie.
Well, here we go.
We lost the lead.
Bobby, is this going to be the last game of the day, the last map of the day of these two maps? And I honestly feel like it might be, from my point of view. Singularity have just been so good. It is going to be U4X looking like they're going to get control of B immediately, though. Really nice push from Trips. He's going to lock down that side of the reactor, and all of a sudden it's a very easy 2-cap to kick things off for U4X.
Yeah, Trips with 4 kills on the board already. That was actually a nice hot start for them, and definitely the reason they were able to get control of that B flag. I do see some progress coming in for Singularity. They're going to be able to get it. A lot of this is going to come down to whether or not U4X can get the frags trying to get them off. They don't get a single kill, which means that Singularity is going to have complete map control. They got 2 players generator side, 1 player in each boiler room, and that is exactly where you want to be if you are Singularity. Basically perfect map control, and honestly, based on the way this is going right now, we may very well see a spawn trap.
Charlie. We tied for the lead.
Could happen. Singularity setting themselves up very nicely here. SEM now making the push through. Good hip fire as well. Gets an assist coming through as Miz is there to help him out as well. But Slayer doing good work.
Fighting.
Slayer and Miney
Should be
combining
almost
well.
done soon though.
We did see a little bit of progress. Yeah, a little bit of progress over on the C flag, as we did have U4X trying to go all the way around the map and take that, but most of the times it is going to come down to who has control of B. Even when we do have those flips and one team takes A or C, pretty soon afterwards a retake or take of the opposite flag is going to follow. We do see, as I say that, a C cap coming out of U4X that'll allow them to take upwards a little bit and maybe close a little bit of the gap that has formed so far. But as I say that, we do have Singularity over on the A flag. 2 players right there. Miz trying to knock him off. He's able to do so, and he actually saves the flag right there. That's going to be a huge frag for him.
Really nice plays here from U4X. They're going to get a hold of the home hills, as you said. Good shots by Plim as well. Setting themselves up very nicely. I wonder if the slower pace suits them a little bit. Maybe in S&D they were forced into a quick pace, and that's certainly why they find themselves getting really put to the sword. But slowing it down a little bit, playing a bit more tactically, maybe this is what's getting them back into this game. Right now, the target of 75 is fast approaching. It is going to be U4X who get there first, you feel. Singularity up, starting to find some sort of kills. We can see on the right hand side and left hand side, it's barely close. If anything, it's further towards Singularity, but they haven't done enough with their kills. Whereas U4X have really rotated very nicely. Singularity momentarily do have a 2-cap here, but it's looking like U4X are going to get that one back. They will. C and B in their control, albeit only a few points of a lead for them. And if it stayed this way, that 75 points would be caught up pretty quickly. But it should still be a close game heading into the second half irrelevant.
Yeah, even after that B cap coming from U4X, you saw 4 players in a row drop, and that meant an easy retake for Singularity as expected. It does look like this is going to be pretty close to a tie heading into the half. Sem going to send out the Molotov, and obviously that's going to mean probably no retake of the B flag for the rest of the game. With him holding down that mid area, could very well be a retake, but Miney and Head for Death slide in to get a couple of refrags, and it will be Singularity with the lead, but not anything too big. Definitely good possibilities for both teams.
Yeah, it's nothing to write home about, is that 3 points can be caught up very easily if you're U4X. I think U4X would probably be disappointed, if anything, to be behind. I feel as if they probably worked the map a little better throughout the whole of that half, but Singularity just getting a couple of clutch kills towards the end, finding those hills very quickly, and all of a sudden they find themselves in the lead. Sethazell is going to go down though. Slayer starts to find kills in the middle, as does Head for Death. A nice block, really nicely done from them. All of a sudden, U4X have got 3 men down. Singularity should be able to get a hold of B here. Good shots by Miz. Can he find anything else? Not quite. Aggression from Singularity through the middle of the map is what's going to find them with control of B. Of course, they have their home hill as well. The Annihilator comes out for Head for Death as he continues on through, but a really good start for Singularity in this half. But what can Seth the Turtle do here with the shotgun? Finds 3 in a row. The Incend's just about going to keep him off it. The Molotov comes on through, but a really good start for Singularity or all of it.
Yeah, Seth is going to hop onto the flag. 8 kills for him, and actually doesn't spot the player on the other side of the boiler. That's going to be a big frag. Very, very close to a B-cap right here, and we will see Trips take it completely. He does have a Goliath on deck as well as a Stealth Chopper. If he can put down the Stealth Chopper over top of B, could be big value, especially if there's a lack of FHJs or Pred missiles to take it out for Singularity. We do see a little bit of progress coming in for them. Head for Death already up to 15 kills, so a hot start to the second half for him. But it does look like U4X has pretty good control of boiler rooms, and we are seeing some gunfight wins coming in for Singularity. But with Trips inside of a Goliath, could be pretty easy for them to hold this generator side.
Let's see if they can. As I said, Trips in that Goliath is going to make things very, very difficult for the side of Singularity. But let's see if they can get rid of him quickly. Trips now making the push up towards B, which is being captured momentarily by Singularity. Not for very much longer, though, as that Goliath just walks on through and pushes further into pipes as well, just causing all sorts of problems. Trips is pretty low on health and will go down, but the explosion from the Goliath takes down Sam with him. That B capture point could be caught very, very quickly by Singularity here. Have they managed to get a hold of it? Not quite. Lucky and Cold Up are still here, and it was so close to being captured by Singularity, but really nice play by Lucky. He has Miz there with him as well, who picks up all 3 kills, but Lucky did his part as well. U4X with 2.5 minutes to go, only 23 points and counting away. So hard for anything to be done here. If you're Singularity, you've just been outstreamed.
Yeah, honestly, there was actually a really big mistake right there by Singularity. They saw that the Goliath was on the point and accidentally called in 2 cluster strikes at the same time. So we see them very close to a triple cap right here. They do finally get control of B. I don't know if it's close enough. I think the win is still going to go to U4X. I can't really tell at this point. It's really close, and it is definitely the advantage for U4X.
Yeah.
It's going to require a triple cap right now for Singularity, so they were able to hold the B flag just long enough. We saw that wasted cluster strike coming in. They actually were able to take the double cap, but then the B cap coming back in right here. We do have a VTOL in for Sem. That's their best chance of getting a triple cap, but it is too little, too late, as it is 150 to 39, and U4X manages to sneak away with the game.
Really big plays out of U4X, but let's go over towards the other side of things now. It is, of course, going to be the other game that we've got going on in the losers bracket now. Durari and Co trying to get this one done to end the lead here, but it is on the other side of things. French Infinity with the 2 cap. Just trying to work it out in my head. Are they going to be close enough to be able to do this? They should be able to, I think, just about. It's a 12-point difference. That should be doable. They should be able to capture the 2 cap here at French Infinity. And Domination seems to be the one that's up in the air for both these 2 games. Nobody really knows which ways this one's going to go.
Yeah, we actually had Notorious, I believe, call in a VTOL right there, and it was immediately taken out by Hammers. They played that about as well as they possibly could have. But that being said, they do need to retake a flag in order to have a shot at winning this one. You can see we got the double cap right here for French Infinity. They only need to hold it for another 3 or 4 seconds to be able to close this one out. Crimza is going to hop on the hill, but there are a lot of Annihilators in play. I don't think he's going to be able to get the cap in time regard. Oh my gosh, I don't know who's going to win.
Is it going to be a draw?
No! Wait.
The tick goes through for Hammers. The tick goes through for Hammers. They managed to get that there. Wow. Just at the very end. Wow.
But that was a close one.
Unbelievable finish for that one, and it could have been a draw. Unfortunately, not tick didn't go that way, and it does look like they will continue on moving forward. But very close games in the domination. It has seemed to have evened up in both of our games actually right now. But Bobby, I'll start with you. Kind of what was your first takeaway from those games we've just seen?
This has been going on.
Ultimately, it shows you that anybody, especially depending on how they play, can end up taking a win right here. So we did have U4X sneaking away with one against Singularity. Unfortunately for French Infinity, the take just didn't go their way, and Hammers will secure the sweep right there. So that was a really big play to retake over on B. I believe it was Primza that started the cap and was actually able to close it out in time for the team to get the win. absolutely phenomenal from them, and definitely very confident for them that they were able to close that one out.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's a great kind of show that because we were a little bit worried. Now, realistically, I never like to see a shutout in any kind of competitive games because if I'm being honest, being interrupted there by a. I saw you all a little bit worried. I wondered what was going on, but
she just walked in. I saw the door shut.
Just casually. But as I was saying, you don't like to see a shutout, right, in a lot of these games, because you want to see the teams kind of put on the best performance and the best show for people watching, and it does seem to get that way. Obviously, Hammers have got a 3-0, but I think French Infinity really came back into it and showed that it could have possibly gone the other way. And speaking of our other game, right, Singularity versus U4X, we are now going to get to go to a map 4 with that one as well. And from what I can tell, we're going to go to map 4 pretty much right now. It's going to be hardpoint between these two teams. Singularity currently up 2-1. Can they take this one down? Let's find out. Take it to our casters.
Well, here we go then. Singularity, can they get it done? It's going to be a tri-cast between me, Bobby, and my cat, by the looks of things, because she's still sticking around, Bobby. She wants to get in on the action. But wow. I mean, Singularity looks so good over the first 2 maps, but the domination's really thrown something into this game, hasn't it? U4X looked really good there, but can Singularity continue their dominance on hardpoint?
Yeah, right now, both teams fighting for control of top control center. It is Plim coming out on top as players continue to hop up there. A lot of kills coming in right now for Singularity. Still 2 players stuck down at 0 kills for U4X. Mighty looking to secure control of that bottom area, and they continue to take upwards with a pretty early 28-point lead. They're looking really good right now. They're winning their gunfights, and U4X really not able to touch that hard point at all. Should definitely set up Singularity well for the next hard point too. With the way that this one's going, I think they might be able to close it out in a game 4.
You would think so. It's a fantastic start by Singularity. And they have this rotation over towards the catwalk side. We can see though U4X are here. Singularity just seem to have that slaying power right now. They're all frying. And they're going to get control here as well. The kill's starting to come in. Can they find a second here as well? Miz is left all alone momentarily. Miney will find him. Really good player by Singularity who rotate around very, very nicely.
Yeah, right now Singularity's got control of spawns. They're set up perfectly. It looked like we actually had a disconnect and a reconnect, but regardless, they will continue to take upward. Now 70-0. And if you're U4X right now, you're just trying to avoid the 150-0 because that would not be a good look. Lucky still looking to pick up his first kill. Do have head for death on the point. He'll finally lose a gunfight, so at least 1 point going the way of U4X. But right as that happens, ends up dying right there. Sem is able to take out Miz, and 91-1 is the score off the start.
I mean, this is just so dominant. So dominant from Singularity. Sem now is finding himself over towards cable cars, which is exactly where he wants to be. He's deleting people in front of him as well. Can he find a third? Lucky now in a good position to try and shut him down, but we can see it is going to be Miney pushing around the outskirts side, and this should lock it in for Singularity. Now they can win within this hill. Oh my goodness, could U4X actually lose this within just getting a point?
Yeah, honestly, based on how it's going, it looked like it could have been a 150-1. I think that what happened right there is Singularity is like, hey, let's go play for some kills real quick and just extend the broadcast a little bit longer. Miney actually throws away a hunter-killer drone right there. It is now 123-1. Miney's going to slide the corner, and they are just not losing their gunfights. Miney does run out of ammo right there, but follows up with the pistol kill. They're pushing out right here to see if they can take control of next as well. I believe that Pred missile stopped by a trophy system, but
no, they got it.
Yeah, I think it's. Oh no! They did get 8 points on the board.
They get the points on the board, but that's only because Singularity have left them so they can rotate over towards this next hill.
Almost done.
And they will not mind whatsoever to win this one to 11 points would be just fine. Miney and Co, can they lock this one in? Or can U4X mount one of the more special comebacks we'll probably ever see? I doubt it at this point, but Singularity walking away with plenty of kills here. They've got it locked down as well. The kills in the middle of the map are not good enough for U4X.
There it is.
And that is over before it's even started. Singularity, 3-1. They win the series and advance on 2-1.
They certainly are. Singularity continue marching forward. They've made that all-important championship Sunday with a dominating performance there on Summit, and there is no real other way to sum that one up, Bobby. I think Team Singularity just did
overrun domination, and they just really wanted to assert their dominance over the competition. So they could have very well won that 150-1 if they had not pushed out of that fourth hard point
I think
early
we're
on.
done, though.
Or that third hard point, they probably could have done so. But obviously, showing that they 100% deserve to be there on Championship Sunday. We're going to have a really good matchup between them and Hammer Blast.
No, I think so as well. And again, at grand final, we have our winners finals.
Yeah, it's
our losers finals going to come tomorrow, and every single team remaining in this competition is just so good. Ton, let's get your kind of point of view on that last game then.
Honestly, just dominance. Singularity obviously had a tough time in the winners bracket with a close game, obviously between themselves and King's Clan, I should say. But they come through and they show that they should be up in that winners bracket. A very have to look into, especially going into tomorrow. They will want to fix their domination woes, but Hardpoint looked fantastic from them there. Their S&D looks pretty good as well. So I think Singularity will be happy with their bounce back, considering they got put down into that losers bracket. A good performance to boot as well to end the day.
No, I 100% agree. And like I said, now you've made it a championship Sunday. Some of them, they can rest a little bit easy and be like, hey, we've got this far. This is a significant amount of money now. And if anything, you can probably go and research your other teams, right? You can sit here and go, well, we know they're going to be dominant in this position. We know roughly what they're going to do in these scenarios. Hey, you've got an entire day of gameplay at a tournament level to watch from today. And that's going to do kind of massive for them, right? Because they're going to know if they've had some issues on rotations. They're going to know if their S&D breaks aren't entirely working. So for me, this is a great chance at a break. And obviously, after a long day of competing, it's got to be a relief getting in the championship Sunday. But I am going to just throw a big question now to all of you here. And I'll start with you, Bobby. I'll be straight under the pressure. Who do you think's walking away with the win tomorrow?
I mean, honestly, I'm still sticking with Cold Esports. They had been so good throughout the competition today. Honestly, I feel like Hammers is the second best team in this, and they have already taken them out. Now, that being said, it was a really close matchup. But at the same time, I felt like in the games where Cold Esports lost, there were some really big missed opportunities where they could have very well won those matches as well. So with the contributions that we've seen out of Jim, out of iBot, out of Sav, just such good consistency across the board, I really have a feeling that Cold Esports is going to walk away with the win.
All right. Well, that's a really good and well-balanced answer. And Tan, I will ask you, but not quite yet. Something a little bit more important has come up. I believe I have Money on and ready to do an interview about the games he's been playing today. Money, can you hear me?
We're done. Good night, guys.
I don't know if that's